We are facing a lot of internal displaced persons who fled their bordering neighbors in Volo County. As you can see, these children ahead of me, the main challenges are water, which is really a huge problem here. There are not many boreholes around.
Right here under this tree, we are standing with the Kennet, with the IDPs, which is a result of the recent inter-ethnic conflict with the neighboring country pastoralists around here. These people that you are seeing in the picture here, they are displaced just from about 5 miles away from here. They have come here to stay with live with their families, with their relatives, and some of them have no relatives and they have no shelter, they have no food, they have no water, and so the situation is very appalling.
Why South Sudan Voices of Hope is here to provide such services, but the needs are great, as you can see. I think what we really need here is more financial support to enable us to reach a lot of these people. 5 days here, they have no way of going, they have no plans, no shelter, no clothes, no water. They don't know where they will be tomorrow, where their next meal will come from. And I think this is an urgent thing that needs immediate intervention of relief, food, clothing, medical supplies, and more money for us to put more water for the community here. It's just amazing to see. We think of water, which we really take for granted. You just go to the bathroom, you open. My first impression was to see how much flies just come in a small drop of water, and women really track distances looking for water just to bring home. By the time they get home, it's already evening. They're exhausted and they've done nothing. So if we can provide the clean borehole waters in those areas, they can utilize their time to be productive either in farming or spending time with their families, or at least participate in social economic development of our emerging democracy in South Sudan. So this is really a huge need. The second issue would be clothing, and the third would be food, and the fourth will be medicine that they need. This is overwhelming for the government here, and it's really need urgent intervention to provide shelter for these people and the basic necessities for them to sustain their livelihood. Most of these folks have lost everything, their clothes, their food, even their animals have been killed in this process.
The situation in Volo County is not okay. Through by those of neighboring counties, especially those of Agar from Rumbek and those of Yoron, they are the very people interfering to this county. So all the citizens are not happy just now. They are sitting under the trees because they are being displaced from their own homes. Even their food is not with them. Now they are sitting under the trees and eating only coconut, which is wild fruit. So, if you can look into that problem, especially the schools now are all closed due to all these problems. So the children are now staying without education.
Let me just start with asking you really, what are the challenging issues at the moment in this county?
The first one is food. Last year there was little food due to some climatic conditions like shortage of rain. And then, as you know, we are bordering some of the pastoralist tribes. So, due to a big number of cattle in the area, they decided to come and encroach the area of this county, so it forced people to flee, and sometimes the cattle are destroying the food of the locals here.
Well, you mentioned about the situation with the neighbors, which is the pastoralist group. How is that affecting the internal displaced people who just moved to this county? Water, food, and sanitation. Does that really increase the burden on the county here, and even you as an organization?
As recently there has been some clashes between the community and the pastoralists. Because the pastoralists, they only keep the cattle, they don't have food in their camp, so they used to come and raid the locals. They have little food. Now, as you are here, we might have already seen some of the displaced camps from Bogari. This is due to the presence of the pastoralists from the neighboring county in Rumbek. So it is really a very bad thing, because these displaced people, they have nothing in their households, and as the rain season is coming, they don't have even something to put down for the coming months. So it is a double challenge, because they don't have food to push them for some days, and then they don't have also seeds to put down to sustain their life for the whole year. So it is really affecting the area very much, and this thing needs to be rectified. And the only quick rescue is to bring the food and seeds. Meanwhile, the civil authority, the IS authority, will also keep on dialoguing with the neighbors so that people can coexist in a peaceful manner.
Thank you very much. And South Sudan Voices of Hope, Relief and Development, we are keen to work with you and in collaboration to relieve some of these needs, and I will certainly pass this message to our brothers and sisters in America in terms of the relief efforts: food, clothing, medical supplies, and other basic things. And we really appreciated the work of Norwegian People's Aid here. We really appreciate meeting you yesterday and being with you today. We hope that you will continue with this work, and together we can be able to bring hope in this county, for the community around here, and eventually to the whole of South Sudan. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you.
This is one of the child that has been just born, I think some few weeks before they were displaced in this place. The child is staying with the grandmother, Dan, and as you can see, Kenneth just talking to them. We're just feeling helpless in this situation.
Just been here 5 days since they left their home. They've left everything. They don't even have mat or mattress or blanket, bed sheets for sleep. They left everything. Most of their things were burnt, so they're here just under this tree, no water, and it's really difficult life. One of the guys have just started to make his own mat, and he said he's going to use this to sleep on, and if he can get someone who can also buy, then he can afford to find something that he can help himself with. So he's not alone, but also he can help himself place to sleep. This is a really creative way in the midst of struggle. They have not given up hope, and they're trying to make the best out of this situation. And our goal as South Sudan Voices of Hope is to assist them with little money and some clothes, medical supplies, and eventually help to go to school. All these kids.
We need our teachers to be trained so that we get more education. We are lack of education, but due to all these problems is why we are suffering. Up to here, I will thank you for what you have asked for.
Thank you very much, Mr. Charles Kiri, for your information. You seems to be also pointing to this particular situation you're expressing, of course, points just to the one factor that there is an insecurity situation in this country here. Of course, we know this is internal ethnic conflicts, which is a result of post-war trauma situation in the whole Southern Sudan. It needs an intervention bigger than this, which government and the other NGOs need to intervene with the some urgent kind of arrest the situation. Thank you.
Yes, once again, thank you, Director, and thank you, Acting Commissioner. South Sudan Voices of Hope will continue to work with you in this county. As you realize, we helped with some medical supplies, and we also brought some clothes for the internal displaced persons. We're also working on the process of drilling water to relieve some of this pain, and we are going to finalize the deals with the water drilling companies. We are praying that before the end of this month we'll be able to put one borehole here to help out, and we're also in the process of constructing the clinic, and at some point start construction of the school in this area.
The other thing also we are trying to look at is to encourage people form a small cooperative groups so that people can benefit from each other, because we know that some people are widows, others are people who are not able to do things on their own, but when we bring them into group, with their joint efforts, they can at least attain something. So we are trying to build a sort of a cooperative groups within the community, so that in case of any loans or any help, they can have that chance of getting, because giving individual loans sometimes is risky because of these climatic conditions, and it can also lead to the collapse of that loan system. So here really there is much work which needs to be done. The other problem is education. The number of educated people is very small, so it makes also adoption of any innovation very difficult, because people, most of the elderly populated people, they are not educated. So secondly, in the health sector also we have no health centers, we don't have hospital. People here, for simple case, they have to go 40 miles or for medical care. So this one also is a big challenge, trying to hamper development in the county. So in case of any intervention, I think there is much which needs to be done in the section of the health, education and agriculture, so that the county can try to flourish and can catch up with other areas.
Today is Monday, March 27. We are just in the process of starting a goat project to help the widows and orphans in Volo County. Samuel is currently discussing with Juliana, who worked with Oxfam before, so we are hoping that this project will generate sustainable income to help the orphans to be able to pay for school fees, but also help them make living out of the projects. So Samuel, I just wanted to ask you, how important is this project for the community here in Bola?
Yes, I think because traditionally these people have actual goats, and but because of the war, some of them have been IDPs in other places, and they're just coming back, and they don't have basic support to their families. As widows, of course, this is one of their basic needs, and it's so important that they begin with this to begin to give them hope. And also, this is a recycle kind of a project, which you will be able to recycle with the number of families within lifespan of maybe 2 to 3 years. And so that's why I'm interviewing this lady who has been working with Oxfam. I need a clear kind of commitment, and also I'm looking for a long-term kind of a result out of this project. Thank you. Yes, you can see one family here receiving a goat, 2 goats, which the Voice of Hope in Sudan has just purchased for them to uplift their problem. Thank you.
I think this is very significant in changing and improving the lives of this family. I believe the kids can be able to go to school, they'll be able to afford to buy clothes, because our goal is to help them sustain their livelihood. Once the goats give birth, 2 times, I think they will pass that on to the next family. Then they will continue to have more goats that they can sell and use to purchase the things that they need, such as clothing, such as school fees, exercise books, pens, and that will radically change the lives of this family. I believe these kids will be able to go to school and they'll be able to make living. And I think this is a great program, and we're praying that you will continue to support us, reach more families in Volo County and other neighboring counties in South Sudan. Thank you.
Kenneth, what do you think is the impression or comparison between Mundri and this particular place, Mundri country?
Well, in Volo is kind of the opposite, because we have the internal displaced person that left everything and they lost everything. The situation there is more acute, but also here in Mundri County, these women lost their husband in this long war, and they are here. They have no means of income, and they cannot afford to send the children to school. So we personally want to thank Lorette for the sacrifice that she has made to give us the money, the $3,000 to put in this project. And we just want to thank her so much for her effort, and we pray that next time she'll be able to give more money, that we'll be able to help people in this community. Most of these kids now, they can have hope. Those kids that you see in the video now can have hope for school, they can have hope to provide clothes, they can have hope to provide food for themselves through this project. As you know, this one is almost to deliver, so after this one's delivered, they're going to transfer to another family, and now they can be able to sustain living and provide livelihood through this project. This is indeed a very significant project for this area, and giving more funds, we'll be able to provide more goats to many families around this area and other counties in this area.
Thank you very much for this particular time. And as you can see around here, this is the Mundri potential agricultural land. All this, the trees that you see around here is a mango tree, but all the houses, the buildings in this particular town, it is all destroyed. As you can see around, people are just beginning to come back and settle. Life is slowly coming back, and in whatever way you can assist, I think it will be a great contribution for the post-war reconstruction of this country.
I think on the part of the government of South Sudan, I think the obligation should be to provide security for these people, creation of civil society, sustainable government, accountability, transparency from the money that is coming from the European Union, United States, but also there is a need for the churches to stand up in the community to provide safe haven and challenge some of the government policies in terms of protection and security for the minority tribes, but also for other ethnic groups in Southern Sudan as general. For the international community, I'm looking more on, yes, we have signed the CPA, but the implementation is slow. There are a lot of social economic challenges that need to be addressed, and the best way to do is providing money for development, sustainable development, water, roads, schools, clothing, medical supplies. That's why South Sudan Voices of Hope is here to provide such services. But the needs are great, as you can see. I think what we really need here is more financial support to enable us to reach a lot of these people. People who fled the conflict, and here they have no shelter, they have no food, no clothes, no clean drinking water. South Sudan Voices of Hope brought some items like clothing, some shoes for the kids, but as you can see, the number is greater than the things that we brought. So they are appealing to you that they need food, they need medicine, they need clothes, they need shelter. So please help us to help these people. There is drought in this area, there is no food. You can see the children are crying, it's hot here. They have no clothes, they have no medicine. So it's a very difficult situation which really needs urgent help. And I pray that your hearts can be touched by these people, that you'll be able to contribute to relieve their sufferings. Jesus said, if you help one of these little ones, you have done unto me. And I think it's the time for us to come together, to put our hands together and to reach these brothers and sisters and these children, that we can give them hope and give them future. That one day they will look back and say, thank you, we will continue to pray for you, even as I go back to America, that I'll be able to talk with other people there to bring some help to you here. I will not forget you. I will continue to just think about this situation, and we'll overcome this situation. The health center in Volo really depends much on South Sudan Voices of Hope, Relief and Development as their sole donor. The medical supplies that we took last year, we were told that it was the only supply that they had till it ran out, and now they have nothing just to help the community. With the internal displaced persons that moved because of the conflict, now have nothing. There is outbreak of cholera, outbreak of malaria, typhoid and diarrhea. So there is really huge need. So we have bought some items yesterday, and we took some when we went there, but it was not enough because there was 12,000, I think it was, even the number is higher than that, displaced person. So which means the capacity of the clinic is really unable to meet the needs of the community. So we have decided to buy some more extra supplies that can help them, maybe take them up to the month of June or July. So we are appealing to you, our brothers and sisters in America, that these people need our help, and there's no better time that they need help than now, so that they can be able to make through this period. Your generous support is highly appreciated, and I tell you that right away, anything you give towards this need will go to serve the community, as we have always done.
Thank you very much, Kenneth, for sharing your feeling with us, with these people. And as you go back, really, as you witnessed, I think on behalf of this country here, we are just standing here desperate without help, but we know with these few pictures, our friends may be able to be touched and see and come and intervene. Thank you.